All right, let's dive in. Today we're talking about two worlds that, on the surface, couldn't be more different. The high-stakes world of oil trading and the cutting-edge labs building the future of AI. But as we're about to see, these two worlds are smashing into each other, and it's triggering a massive change in how big money decisions get made.
It all starts with this, a really bold prediction from Lisa Audit, a top investor at a major hedge fund. Her fund is actively betting against oil. Now, this isn't just one person's opinion. It's a huge signal of a major reversal that's happening right now in the financial world. And it makes you wonder, what do they know that the rest of us don't?
And here's the crazy part. For the last 4 years, the smart money was piling into oil. Funds were long, meaning that expected prices to go up, and they were short on renewables, betting they'd go down. Well, that entire playbook has just been thrown out the window. Now, they're betting against oil and pulling back on their bets against solar. This, right here, is what we're calling the Great Energy Flip.
Okay, Section 1, the Great Energy Flip. Let's dig into what this really means. We are talking about a fundamental, strategic U-turn by some of the most sophisticated investors on the planet.
And this isn't some small ripple in the market. The analysis we're looking at covers around 700 hedge funds. And together, they manage a staggering $700 billion in assets. So when a group with that much financial muscle all moves in the same direction, you know something big is happening.
So that brings us to Section 2. Why bet against oil? It's the obvious question, right? Why this sudden crisis of confidence in black gold after years of betting on it?
Well, it's basically a perfect storm. You've got OPEC plus nations cranking up production. At the exact same time, you have economic slowdowns in the US and China, which means less demand. Add to that the fact that global stockpiles are set to grow, and US policy is also trying to increase supply. It's just a classic case of way too much supply and not enough demand.
And look, this isn't just what analysts on the outside are saying. A survey from the Dallas Fed shows that people inside the industry are feeling the heat. One of them said current policies are creating chaos, making it so unprofitable that they're thinking about just shutting down their rigs.
But this is where the story gets really interesting. There's an ironic twist, because the very same policies that are causing all this pain for the oil guys, they're actually creating an unexpected upside for renewable energy.
So on one hand, these U.S. policy changes led to about $22 billion in canceled clean energy projects. That sounds awful, but here's the silver lining for investors. It ended the uncertainty. Before, nobody knew what the rules were going to be. Now, even if the rules aren't perfect, they're at least clear. And that stability is everything. It allows investors to look at a solar or wind project and evaluate it like a normal, predictable business.
Which brings us to the absolute core question of this whole explainer. How do you take all of these conflicting signals? You've got supply gluts, economic fears, policy chaos, weird silver linings. How do you process all of that and decide to make a massive, multi-billion-dollar bet? Well, the answer isn't just about having data. It's about something else entirely.
And that leads us perfectly into Section 3, the intelligence engine. This is the how. We're shifting gears from the energy flip itself to the incredible technology that's making these kinds of sophisticated decisions possible in the first place.
And the key concept here is data monetization. But listen, this isn't just about selling your data anymore. That's old news. This is about using data to create real, measurable economic value, whether that's by making your own company run better or by creating entirely new products. This is the engine that these hedge funds are running on, and honestly, it's reshaping every single industry.
And the opportunity here is just enormous. A recent McKinsey survey found that 86% of business leaders admit their companies have assets that are being underused. And guess what the number one underused asset is? It's data. Most companies are basically sitting on a digital goldmine and have no idea how to tap into it.
A really great way to visualize this is with the DIKW pyramid. At the bottom, you have raw data, just facts and figures. You organize that into information. Then you analyze that information to get knowledge, which is understanding what happened. But the real prize, the top of the pyramid, is wisdom. That's actionable intelligence that tells you what you should do next. For years, climbing this pyramid was slow and incredibly hard. But now, generative AI is like a rocket booster for the whole process.
So, Section 4, Unlocking Value with AI.
Let's get into exactly how AI is making this incredible leap from just raw data all the way up to profitable wisdom, and doing it at a scale we've never seen before.
According to McKinsey, generative AI is really driving two massive transformative shifts. First, it's finally cracking the code on unstructured data. And second, it's not just giving us reports, it's turning that data directly into actions.
Let's just hang on that first point for a second. Over 90% of all the data a company has is unstructured. Think about it. It's all your emails, your Word docs, images, customer service calls. For decades, this was just a huge, messy pile of digital junk that was impossible to use. Gen AI can now read, understand, and connect the dots between all of it, turning all that noise into a strategic advantage.
And this little chart perfectly explains that second shift. See, the old world of data analytics gave us insight. It was descriptive. It was great at explaining what already happened. That's the knowledge level of our pyramid. But the new world of AI gives us intelligence. It's prescriptive. It actually recommends what you should do next. It pushes us all the way up to wisdom.
And if you think this is all just theory, let's look at Walmart. They built an AI platform called Scintilla. It chews through their mountain of shopper data and then spits out actionable intelligence for their suppliers, like telling them exactly how to target an ad campaign for the best results. And the results? They're just insane. A 173% growth in customers year over year, and a perfect 100% renewal rate from those suppliers. This is a massive business success, plain and simple.
Okay, final section, Section 5, building an intelligence business. Because this isn't just about a new tool, it's a whole new business model. Let's look at how companies are actually building entire operations around this very idea of intelligence.
Companies usually go on a three-stage journey here. They start by using AI just to make their own business run better, internal optimization. Then they have a light bulb moment and realize, hey, some of these insights we're generating are valuable. Maybe we can sell them to our partners. And finally, the most advanced companies, like Walmart with Scintilla, go all in and build a completely separate business that sells intelligence as its main product.
And what's really wild is how Gen AI is being woven into every single part of this value chain. From creating brand new synthetic data to train the models, to building chatbots that deliver the intelligence, all the way to enabling the real-time, automated decisions that act on it. AI isn't just a layer on top anymore. It's becoming the very fabric of the business itself.
This quote from McKinsey just absolutely nails it. For years, we all heard the phrase, data is the new oil. Well, that's not really true anymore. Raw data, just like raw oil, is becoming a commodity. Anyone can get it. The real value, the new currency, is intelligence. It's the unique ability to refine that data into something that gives you a game-winning, actionable edge.
And that brings us right back to where we started. Those hedge funds flipping their bets on oil, they're just the canary in the coal mine. They aren't just betting on energy prices, they're betting on the power of their own intelligence engine. So the question for every company, for all of us really, is no longer about how much data you have. The real question is, what is your intelligence worth? Thanks for joining me on The Explainer.